We're here to make a difference. We're here to make an impact. I think for me, the fundamental element is that your career growth is as important to you as it is for me. I think you should take the bold step and the courageous step of actually asking the right questions, challenging the system and the business. Let's ensure that we grow together and we build a business that ensures that in the future, we're not going to sit and still discuss what could have been done differently. I think for me, where I'd like to partner with my fellow colleagues is to ensure that as colleagues, let us look beyond events, but rather focus on organic elements of work that we think should begin to shape the business and help us to move forward. We want to become a tech core in that space. How then do we as Vodacom become an attractive tech organization that attracts female talent in the African space? With the current footprint we have, there's plenty of opportunities of growth that we've seen in the organization. We have made bold statements and bold achievement commitments to ensure we build our female pipeline. You are part of that future. So for me, my aim would be, I would like to partner with you to ensure that our journey to becoming a future female-focused organization is not just an intent from my office, but also with yourselves. So come join me and let's make sure that together we can build a great organization that is becoming attractive and is an attractive organization for females across Africa. We're an employer of choice because we have in the last 2, 3, 4 years put an effort not only through our own programs. We've just been granted last year top employer across Africa, number 2 in the African continent as Vodacom Group, number 2 in Vodacom South Africa, Vodacom South Africa, number 3 in Safaricom in Kenya. We have an ambition of becoming number 1 across all our markets in Africa. And this won't come out of nowhere, but the commitment that we have to change our policies and systems. One of the things we've done quite successfully, for example, is to integrate a few things along our journey. One of those things is that we have now in Vodacom a policy that is a non-birthing policy for all parents who either seek to adopt or actually seek to have a child. Now, that policy is aimed to be broadening the base by ensuring that whether I'm heterosexual, homosexual, or whatever sense of gender I choose to become, when you come to Vodacom and join Vodacom, we give you space and I call you the opportunity to spend time with your loved ones and enjoy that going forward. We've got a great framework around a remote working policy that allows us to be able to work 3 days in the office, 2 days from home, or anywhere in the world for that matter. So these are just but parts of the program that we're putting in place in Ntombi to ensure that as Vodacom, we are beginning to shift the needle and change the way society views us going forward. As we speak, we're currently working on a program to ensure that we look at things like menstrual cycle leave, look at things like programs such as miscarriage leave. And these are just but steps of us becoming more aware and more close to our community requirements and needs, because if we are to become inclusive, we can't then sort of put aside what we think is not important for Vodacom, but rather embrace everything that we have to ensure that everyone who wants to join our great organization can feel part of, and again, to my earlier point, belong and become included in that processes. So our policy framework is aimed to become quite agile, quite flexible, to accommodate needs. And that is why, again, for me, speaking up and sharing your thoughts with us allows us to understand what is happening in our organization.